This week we've been seeing more of what we've been seeing for the last few weeks, a strong fall pattern already here, and it's just the beginning of September. You'll see here some cabbage. It's both half green and half brown, classic fall pattern. The bulrushes behind me, you'll see they're very green on the bottom, but they're really drying out on top. That's also an indicator of the fall pattern. And what's also an indicator is the fish are starting to group up on structure and they're not in wide open spaces. In this next video, see, we got an area in the lake and it's in 14-15 feet of water. We've covered a lot of this area, no fish. So what you're going to look for is some structure that will group those fish up. Here we have a lot of weed. You're going to be looking for some rock or some transition areas where it goes to rock or sand to try to find these fish. They're going to start to be in tighter groups. Now in the river, you can see that we're in 20 feet and up here, and we're in some really great structure, and we're finding some really good fish. But you notice the fish are very tight to the structure. So in the river, another fall pattern, 20 foot range and up is where you're going to find these fish, and that's where they've really been for the last few weeks. So if you've had a pattern that's been working lately, it'll probably keep working for a while too. One other item you might notice is in some of the underwater video here, you'll start to see debris floating in the water down there, like leaf debris. That's another fall pattern. So if you're thinking about going out fishing this weekend, think fall, the fish are. And have a great weekend. During the course of a season on Lake St. Clair, certain waters are not open to us. Certainly in the spring, U.S. waters open first for bass fishing, and then Canadian waters open about a week later. Also, because of nature, during the spawn, a certain area of the lake is going to be hot, 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 and the rest of the area in the lake is not. Well, coming up, we've got a period of time here where a season closes, and that's in the Walpole Island territory. On September 15th, that territory or that license will close. The good news, though, is because of a pilot program that they started many years ago and have kept going, there is part of that territory that is still open to us, and that's the shipping channel. So with a Walpole Island license, you can still fish anywhere the ships go. That's in the shipping channel. Now, although the whole shipping channel is open to us, there is one area of concern. Right at the head of the Bassett. Hunting is a big part of the Walpole economy. So you'll see a club right there up there at the head of the Bassett. Well, they would like us to stay away from that area a little bit, of course for our own safety, and also to give the hunters some space. Also closed are the channels, the Chanel-la-Carte, the Chematoggen, the Bassett, the Johnson. And when you're out in the lake, if you see the stakes, you want to stay on the outside of the stake line on the Canadian side, not on the Walpole Territory side. So even though the majority of this water is closed to us as fishermen, the majority of the best water is still open through the fall.